Team USA. I gotta vote for my home, bro. Team USA is gonna win. I'm rooting for Team USA because I'm from here, but we're also gonna go hang out with the Canadian coaches. So,
Jay, this is SNR, the head coach of NA Contenders Trick Room, and also obviously assistant coach for Team Canada World Cup 2023. And then of course we have Tickety, another head coach of Team Canada World Cup 2019, current assistant coach and ex-coach for the Dallas Fuel, and also current obviously assistant coach for Team Canada 2023. Really excited that you guys joined us. So thank you for doing this. And Jay, I don't know how you're still conscious, but thanks for having us.
no, definitely no. Thank you guys for you know, coming on the stream. Definitely. So how's the team looking actually right now? I had some coaches on here. Most of the rosters they were saying were kind of new. A lot of young players. A lot of people appearing for the first time. You know, on like in front of a stream. But I don't think that's the case for Canada, right? A lot of Overwatch talent, Overwatch League talent on Canada.
Yeah, we definitely got some talent. You want to go, SNR?
Yeah. So like, I think if you look at the roster like past years, like I think this is probably like the most like inexperienced roster in a way, not in a bad way, but like we have like Magic, Noxious, or like Magic's contenders, Noxious been contenders, right? Like they're still like fairly new players. You know, Seeker, False, Crimzo, they have tons of experience, but even like I think for Seeker and False, it's their first time in World Cup. I think Crimzo's the only returning player. So it's definitely going to be a really new roster, right? Like this is the newest the roster's looked in a long time. Obviously over like a few years or 3 years, 4 years, we didn't have World Cup. But I mean, team's been like really enjoying practice and working together pretty well. Obviously USA are really strong roster, like really insane. So we'll see how it goes, but I mean, yeah, team's been enjoying it, so I think we'll do pretty good.
This is is by far going to be one of the most anticipated games out there. Definitely. I'm looking at your roster right now. It only shows 2 people on the current Overwatch League, Seeker and Crimzo.
Yes, that's correct. False was on Titans last season.
You know, for as young as the roster is, and you talk about like, you know, you have some people making some big debuts. Obviously, I assume mate pretty close to your heart, SNR. You know, being a member of Trick Room, that's got to be really cool. You know, to have one of like your contenders players that you work with every day, you know, taking the World Cup journey with you. But we'll talk about that in a sec. But it's also got to be kind of fun for you guys as coaches, having all these young players that are making like such huge debuts on the big stage for the first time, and kind of feeling that energy and kind of, you know, getting them ready. I imagine it's got to be both stressful and really exciting for you as they kind of build up to, you know, to play in 45 seconds here.
Yeah, I mean, not only because they're fresh players, but this is like the biggest stage that someone have played on, right? And for this to be the return of World Cup and for our first match to be against USA, like the hype levels are just through the roof, right? We're just about to go insane in this match. I can't wait to see it. And yeah, just having fresh talent here, it makes them extremely hungry to prove themselves, right? And this being the first World Cup for everyone except for Crimzo. Obviously, Crimzo's the coach. He's never going to be a bad player, and he's never going to play inconsistently or stuff like that. So he's here as the sort of World Cup veteran, leading all these new timers. It should be a good time.
Roy Kent, if you will. I love it.
Here, you guys want to hear something funny? How many coaches do you guys have for Team Canada? Like 3?
3. Yeah, 3, yeah.
Yeah, so it's us and head coach Danny.
Something I learned today is that France has 8 coaches.
Oh man, wow. They could feel the new roster.
8 coaches.
You guys had room for me and didn't ask. Look at that. I'm just kidding. Crazy.
Absolutely
that is crazy. But I'm actually looking really forward to this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this should be super hype. I'm so glad USA is our first match. This is going to be so hype.
I think that
there we go.
We don't even
oh
have to
man, we got Ruins first.
As we
I mean, I don't mind that. But
I mean, this is better.
Actually, I don't know. I think what did Seeker say he wanted? He wanted Well and Lighthouse.
Yeah, we were hoping for the other 2 maps.
Yeah, the other 2. Yeah.
That's fine. We got plans here, of course.
It's a strong rollout. That was pretty good.
So yeah, good to see USA running exactly what they ran on stream yesterday.
I think there's actually a little bit of history between False and Collusion's tank matchup as well. That's pretty cool. They both run AT, right? At some point, right? I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong.
Yeah, so Zarka, Prison Asset Primes up as well. This is going to be hype, chat.
Okay, I think I'm right. I think I'm right. The players are talking about it a little bit.
Take your word for it.
Yeah.
Towards that point to try to control, but Canada's not giving up that
Hydron
base to jet dynamite. Hydron connects onto False. Eventually will shout to stay healthy as well onto Nox.
Oh yeah.
Keep him healthy, sugar free. dealing
This is actually the
with
exact
Seeker towards the
matchup
point.
we
Has the
were looking for
recall
on this
actually,
map,
but
so-
still has trade
Better.
to avoid the incoming damage, but goes all the way down.
Better.
20 HP to barely escape with his life.
This is a
Point
long
still
first
not
fight.
under control for anybody just yet.
Oh,
USA draws
that's
down
good,
towards
big.
that
That's what I like to
I
see.
love the Ash being played right now.
Over the top, drops the dynamite, but false with an axe.
Man,
The
you guys
Collusion
played
face
that
will
so
find him
well.
on that
Beautiful.
engage.
Okay, first down on the
Yeah.
board.
Still
All
have the
right,
members
good
here that are
start.
doing quite well.
Canada taking the
They
first
control that
points.
point.
Yeah, Canada
Yeah.
taking the first points. Okay.
Losing Collusion means
Yeah.
losing that massive hitbox to be
Canada
able to absorb
just
all of his damage coming
macro
through from
dipping USA
Noxus.
there.
That might be a
definitely a
Danny
coaching dip.
That might be a Danny Gap, I'm not gonna lie.
now
Danny
becomes
kinda went crazy for
sustainability,
the
something that
practice
Junk Queen,
morning.
Lucio, and
Oh man,
Kiriko
the
are so
prep
known
this
for.
morning was top
What an
tier.
interesting
I don't want to
difference
like
that
leak
we've
anything,
seen without the
but
Widowmaker instead of
I
Ash.
as
Right, these
well as
dashes
you
go
guys, I
up,
think
but
we're both
no
taking
one
that
shot. Just getting
Danny
damage in the
Gap.
back line.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Great to
Bob
see.
towards that point to zone, also with a nano boost. Meanwhile,
back.
Kitsune rush from
This could be
Crimson
still
to
good.
sustain. No,
Good
Kumiko.
with the beat,
Oh,
not
Canoe,
able to
No
blast.
two to save false there on the inside. Neither the beat drop from Mayfall was there, and USA have rotated all the way around the point of pulse bomb to try to equalize it, but it's far too
Let's see
late.
if
He's
Ultraviolet
lost
goes
his
to the
team.
spot we think
Canada
he's going
will
to.
get wiped,
Yeah.
and USA will grab a hold of that point.
Yeah, beat drop unfortunately too
So
late
he's
to
checking
save
the spawn
falls
with
again
Widow.
without that tank. You just don't have the means of being
I'm
able to
basically
hold your
watching
ground,
this as like
especially
a
against Hydron's bot,
real
who's capping
Overwatch
that
League
point
match.
As the fight went through. Now we're going to see the
Yeah,
yeah, it's pretty close to it.
Yeah, it's pretty high level,
We're
yeah.
getting pretty close to those one shot.
Obviously, with new rosters coming together, you're not
going
gonna have the same. Let's go,
Crimson.
You're not gonna have the same level of structure that we've seen practically for months together. You're gonna have obviously. It's kind of like a rush
I could do that for Team USA.
Definitely still talent-wise we're there.
Oh, let's go Noxious. That's what I like to
A little
see.
worried as they use the zoo early
And
in that
Maple
fight,
hitting
but
the
they're
point.
actually coming back into this one.
Yeah.
This is well defined sugar free. So even though the ultimates are committed for Team USA with the rally with the primal rage, they do
Okay,
find
we have
Crimson.
Noxious.
However,
Noxious,
Canada have
okay.
control of
Noxious,
that
yeah.
all the way down to 1 HP and eventually
Still
Mayfall
having
will
point
find
here
him, but he
matters
gets
a
the
lot.
bomb
Yeah, we got-
towards that point. Eventually,
we're getting a
Mayfall
lot of
loses his life
support here.
because of it, but
Mayfall's
Hydron
so fast.
still on the outside has to lose as well without False in the fight. Canada can't really sustain, and both really trying to run away from Magic Mayfall and Seeker. Collusion's there to help with that assistance, and they reclaim that point
Maybe
at
he also
40%.
might have just been checking for like
from the
people
Lucio
switching spawn. Like it's probably such
Yeah,
a
we know they like to
by as
close
much
hold
percentage
because
as
of how
possible,
aggressive
but
they
this
are
next
just in
fight is going to be
general.
true test
Yeah,
BS.
like,
it might have just been
They
scaring them
have
off a little.
absolutely
He also
nothing
did
to
false
cleanse
the fight
this rampage
before,
to come
I think,
through
so
from
he didn't have the
false.
ult charge
It's going to be
yet.
down to either RuPaul, Hydron, or Ultraviolet to land some CC to stop this Junker Queen in her tracks.
Looking for their dive on the opposite
How the-
side. Maybe just send that Winston in with the nano boost over the right. False walks into the point, notices everybody's fallen away, but
Ooh,
Wolf
okay.
bomb.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we get
Avoided
RuPaul?
narrowly by
And we
Team
get a
USA.
kill
Numbers
off
on the
that?
Collusion. Their engage is here
I
on
can't
default
turn the
early.
casters off,
Gets
chat.
down so low that he can't go for the engage, but Seeker on the flank did take out Rupa. However, it did cost him his life because he had to recall during it. Ultraviolet, nice shots from him. Canada have rotated towards that point with about 80%. Two being fully capped. They commit the Kitsune rush here first to sustain false in this fight. Keep that shout off cooldown as well as they build towards that beat drop. Sugar Free still has the pulse bomb as well. Team USA was in control of that point, but they opt to back out for now and get a re-engage.
Lots of percentage, however, gained from the fight. With USA literally just pouring themselves onto that point and keeping it stalled. No one playing in position, being multiply caught out by that rampage. As now we just see that annoyance come for Sugar Free trying to bait out that shout as quickly as possible. So the Junker Queen is so vulnerable, doesn't have the opportunity to be able to use the rampage, and now USA get to move on to the point for the flip.
90% on the board. Hydron's Bob in that fight was used. Canada still have those ultimates, but it's so hard for False to find a good enough ultimate. At the time, they do have that beat engage, like I said. USA have no support ultimates building up to Ultraviolets, but Sugar Free, he comes back onto Seeker, who had to touch the point to stop overtime. Mayfall now commits the beat drop as well. Down a man. Knock just goes low. Will fall to Kalush. False.
Wait, they should go get False. False is by himself.
The entire map. It hits absolutely nobody as Kalush
He didn't
and
even-
the rest of Team USA collapse onto Canada, bringing it up on the round
there
in Ilios.
and also, you
Oh,
know,
I'm gonna
finding
start a
the
petition
queen
that
pick
we
early, that
rename
was
overtime to
really
Lenny
big on
time.
false there. So I think a combination of, you know, a combination of factors, but also your,
absolutely
that being the one you didn't want to play.
that
You guys
choice
still
of
look great. That's a
1v1.
75%.
Just being able to find those really good blinks of ability, keep that point in control.
First to
Force
two.
False
We
to
got
have to
lost
go
it.
all the way around into the
It's
back
so
line
scary being first to two.
alone
Yeah,
on the
Adrian
solo
Ultraviolet. Where did
mission
they even come
with that
from?
rampage finally being invested,
shot by
having held
Nox
on
there.
to it for so long. And like
Wait, why
you
are they
said,
showing a
it
replay when the game
brings
just started?
Absolutely nothing, as USA just do
J3, you
such a
still
good
think
job of
Team
picking
USA
up that
won't win at all?
point
I don't
and
think
then
Team
playing
USA is winning at
around
all.
the high ground,
I
around
think
the
they'll
side
make
lanes,
it
but
to
no one gets
LAN. I
caught
think
by
they'll
the
make
JQ.
it to, you know, BlizzCon.
So
I
smart
think
by
they'll make
Team
it in the
USA
top 8,
overall.
but I don't
Fantastic
think
teamwork
they're going to
from
be
them.
winning it all.
To avoid
I'm
falls, to
sorry,
make them
but Team
look,
Japan looked really
make them look
fucking
stupid in
strong.
that fight,
Thailand
honestly.
looked
Great
strong. I
work
think maybe
from them.
Team
Now
USA
with
could
the
beat
second
them.
map, Moxie,
But,
I'm
like,
curious if they stick with the same thing because
China's
obviously
looking
we
very
know
strong, and
there's other
South
maps here,
Korea
like this one
is
in
just
particular,
so
that,
fucking
Lighthouse, where
insane, dude.
Yash does well, but they opt to go over towards that Echo.
A lot of mobility, a lot of high ground control, and also anticipation that it's not going to be a JQ, it's going to be a Diva. And that beam, it burns through defense matrix. It's not a projectile. It can really quickly, if you get too close, demech that Diva from her mech. And you can see the poke coming through from the USA, but Canada, with numbers advantage, should be able to pick up the point first.
Noxious, maybe without that Ashe having to duel him on the backside, could find some work, but it's anti-grenaded and chased down by Hydron. Sugar-Free is also immediately there with that beam, and it's just too much damage for Canada to deal with at the moment. They get immediately wiped just without Seeker and False just backing up. Seeker does get delayed. False does trade back to lose, but will also lose the mech as USA flip that point back in their favor.
Yeah, Echo is just so strong in this composition. Dive is all about playing off of heroes whose health bar is low enough, and Echo, even without the Mercy Pocket, has the means of being able to chunk those health bars so low that literally a Winston or Tracer sending any puff of damage their way just immediately bowls them over. And because you don't need the Mercy damage boosting the Echo, you don't have to sacrifice one of your support's vulnerability for it.
USA do take that point percentage advantage, although there is still a long way to go on this map. Noxious and the rest of his team rotate towards that point. Actually, he holds the high ground. Now dove on by the Winston, but it's Seeker to find that pulse bomb early on to Rapal. Nade did come out of Noxious to slow him down on that push, so they can come back and deal with him. But Canada, off of a fantastic pulse bomb from Seeker, reclaimed that point before Hydron could even touch. And the nano boost from Kaluj was committed from USA as well, even though they're down in this fight. Kaluj trying to find some more value, will go inside, building towards that primal rage, has built it just at the last second before the incident grenade could find his life. He'll jump back towards the point.
Nice stick, man.
To try to equalize it, and it does. Sugar-Free also copied the Ana as well to continue their push. USA have rotated all the way back around to the point as Crimzo is gone. That's a lot of the healing gone for Canada. False can't even die in the point to make sure his Diva Bomb gets massive.
What is
value.
Hydron doing?
Actually follows through on the False.
Hydron, at least he got the kill, but
but that's totally worth it because now USA have the advantage.
What is he
Canada
doing,
do have that
bro?
bomb, however, to try and send onto point to find that flip as fast as possible.
Nah, ain't no
Because
way,
USA is
bro.
playing into Maple's rally in this next fight, but with the ultimate advantage, Canada should come out on top. Noxious doing everything he can to try and chunk those health bars up, but the anti-nade forces the rally out early, and USA can literally just rubber band this fight. They can wait until that rally is gone and pull back to point.
They tried to, but it was such a great disengage from Canada to make sure that Sugar-Free was taken out. Rupa also committed his own rally in that fight too. USA still have that point control.
Ash's Reba fucking sucks, man.
On to Kaluj, looking for that backline, but is going to back out of there. Maybe a bit of miscommunication potentially because now they don't have both support ultimates and are even with Canada.
Yeah, they don't have the nano boost crucially to send on to Kaluj to be able to hypercharge up to that primal and take the fight to the point where primal is at its most dangerous, pushing those players towards those edges. Because Canada now can literally just jump on these dive targets.
Warren should have made it on Team Canada for real. You think Warren is better than both of Team Canada's DPS that they currently have?
Trying to play towards the mega health pack, but unfortunately chased down by Sugar-Free and the rest of Team USA. Meanwhile, Sugar-Free, the target of Canada in this fight, integrated also onto False, who loses the mech and then give up that point to Team USA. Canada surely are going to start backing up. They still have the Baby Diva here. Crimzo also has found Sugar-Free in a trade, but Hydron eventually finds the Baby Diva of False. Mateball also gets staggered as well.
That's going to be so annoying for Canada to deal with. Staggered of your Baby Diva and your Brigida, and now potentially Noxious too.
Jay3 is Warren's biggest hater.
Hydron, wait,
You're comparing Seeker
to commit the pulse bomb for the interception, as USA are
I'm not even gonna fucking
take the first map between
no
these two
way,
teams.
bro.
So do you guys now choose our escort map here, or you're choosing?
Yeah, we get
Oh,
that pick.
It's a pick between escort or hybrid. We can pick either one.
Gotcha. And
And then they
what
get to
will you guys choose here?
Numbani, probably?
Yeah,
Numbani.
Numani's been the one for a couple reasons been a priority.
A
pick
Phoenix,
for us.
crucial
We'll
after
see
25 months.
If the players want something different, I'm sure Danny's talking to them right now.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
What do you call it? How do you guys feel about that first match? I feel like you got it was pretty close. The first one went to what, 75, 100?
I think
Yeah.
both of them were like 77, 100 or something. Pretty close.
we got our digs in. When it came down to, a lot of the fights just came down to getting first kills. Where USI started shining with early picks, early pulse bombs, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I hate about this. It's only a best of 3, man.
Yeah, and the first one's always Koth, so it's like Koth inherently is a little bit less team play focused. It's a lot more like individual playmaking focused in a lot of fights. So it just comes down to the players on the day a lot of the time.
Yeah, usually isn't Koth like last?
Yeah, it's usually been first, but ever since they introduced push in the Overwatch League, they've started making push first because it's also a symmetrical map type. But a lot of people hate push, so they kind of brought back Koth as a first map.
Goodness, that's, I mean, push is ass.
Yeah, I think it starts Koth, and like tiebreaker is also Koth. If it's like for the first 3 series, so you can see 2 Koths sometimes. Best game mode, right? So
I mean, it is the best game mode in my opinion. Yeah.
I'm really interested in see what you guys do on Nimbani. I think Nimbani's a really interesting.
Wait, is Magic 8 Ball in my chat?
yeah, I mean, I think you'll probably see similar to what we just saw. Honestly, that's my guess.
Yep.
A big thing for Nimbani for us is it allows us to play into our hero comforts, and also it's kind of a weird map that USA might not have practiced.
Sure, no, that makes sense.
Wait, is Magic 8 Ball actually in my chat?
Nimbani, I think that's where
Bro,
will come in, so we'll get to see
what are you
Kyle
doing? Aren't you in the middle of a fucking game?
Both the World Cup home and away skin bundles
Awesome.
are now
Can't wait.
live. Hurry and get them before they leave the shop.
Nah, I'm snitching, bro. I'm snitching. I'm snitching.
APAC and American
Oh, I was about to say, Magic 8 Ball's in my chat. I was about to snitch on him. But nah, he holy shit, Magic 8 Ball's been following since 2019. This guy's a real homie.
The OG.
Damn, Magic 8 Ball. We go way back, bro. You know what? I like you more than fucking Waleed now. You're my new Canadian friend. Fuck Waleed, bro. Waleed's washed. Dog shit ass fucking 2-trick player.
If that map 1 is our weakest performance, like, this is gonna be a good series. That was a close map 1.
Damn poor. Why is that your name? Appreciate the massive prime sub.
Definitely a lot of just like,
and mindless.
I won't even call them like mistakes, but just like little interactions that didn't go our way.
Vortex, appreciate massive 17 months.
Alright, Cal is in.
We are on defense first, so he's not on anything cool. He's on Brig.
But Canada is definitely one of their favorite
Love it.
maps. When I talked to Cal, he did say that
Even the casters are talking about Cal and Nimbani right now.
So they've got
Interesting. I mean, I
appreciate the
really
massive
like
prime
the
sub.
defense Brig, and I really like defense Diva too.
Probably are gonna know that
Again,
Okay, chat, when this game starts, I'm gonna mute everything.
What Kalush does, I
They
like
just
it.
have to decide how they're
Yeah.
going to deal with
To be honest, Kalush Winston is
I
something.
mean, I guess it's slightly different.
Maybe.
Okay,
I mean,
okay, there we go.
this is
They're
throwing
heating-
shade,
they're
I don't
listening to the
know.
advice
It's something we
box
think we can
from the
exploit.
Tracer Seeker on
In terms of
the Ash.
Kaluj's strength, I don't think
lock in a very
Winston's one
similar
of his stronger
composition to that
heroes.
before, except they have Inspire in the game now
Okay,
on
let's
Tracer
get it.
and Sugar Free on the Echo.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. The Echo, no mercy boost. However, they have enough faith in the Echo being a hard enough target to hit, but also having that ability to be able to poke pressure in both of the stickies and the primaries to put Canada out of holding as close as they are on this defensive 5-meter line. So there's a lot more room to breathe, but good dynamite from Seeker to push Sugar Free to keep his distance.
And you know, Lenny ain't no what. You know, he's a great Echo player that can play without a mercy pocket, unlike, you know, some other regions, but doesn't need that pocket. Has the rest of his team above the high ground. We'll see how fast, you know, he decides to back out of there. Obviously playing a bit more reserve than you would like to see other Echo players. Meanwhile, Aspire goes aggressive, forces Canada off the high ground. That's already fantastic for USA, who surely will take advantage.
He doesn't have recall, though.
Still going for that duel.
But he's still got the other Tracer off the high ground.
Does eventually have to give it up as Team USA have control, but still not a lot of damage comes to Kalush. Goes incredibly low. Seeker tries to boost back up to the high ground, but gets chased down by Noxious and the rest of Team Canada. Meanwhile, Seeker was straight, no tank player, so they commit the nano boost on Seeker, who goes aggressive with it on the backline. Crimzo removed, tries to find the Brigitte and does. With that quick melee, and the rest of Canada now surely will be killed as well. And USA control, win it.
Yeah, USA without Kalush can't push Canada around that corner even further. So they're anticipating that Canada are going
My
to use the
favorite
corner to
thing is that
regroup and push
Canada
back
is
off that
running the
point,
Ash,
and
chat.
they
I
wait
love the
for
fact
Canada to
that
make
they are
their
running the
move
Ash.
until
But
they're
if you're
too
gonna,
close to be able to disengage, Sugar Free then gets the
and
nano.
then Team USA is
absolute
Sugar Free is an
death from
insane
above,
Echo
and
player, and
Canada
Echo
just
is
has no
really
means of
good
being able to
right
stop
now.
it. Crimzo goes down in an absolute blink of the eye. Doesn't have the ability to be able to pull
Sugar
off the
Free
nanos
has
and
always. I
keep
hate
it
good
from
Echoes.
stalled,
Good
and we
Echoes are
head
so
into
fucking
street
annoying to play
space.
against.
As once again, Canada have that high ground control, but USA already peeking in and trying to take it away.
Cart rounds that corner, cop still available. Aspire has that pulse bomb Ready to go, goes towards the elephant angle. Meanwhile, Canada built up pretty much every ultimate in the game.
Holy shit, one clip!
What a one clip from Aspire with a quick snipe from Kaluj as well.
Marky,
Sugar
appreciate the
Free and
massive prime
Kaluj combined for both Cal and Grimzo too. And USA look like they're not slowing down anytime soon.
So the obvious hard evidence of Nambani,
Oh,
however,
he got shot. Yo, nerf Ana, bro. I'm sorry. 75 damage, a body shot to 2-shot, a tracer is so fucking stupid as a support, and a support's a fucking sniper. Delete that shit. Nerf it. 65 damage, 75 damage.
It's literally about
no fucking support character should do as much damage as a fucking DPS or more.
So it stops for the rest of the match entirely.
Change that shit.
Pulse bomb available, looks to lurk over the top with
60 damage is balanced
as well. Meanwhile, Tracer comes to duel him, has to go for the pulse bomb and then the recall, but Sugar Free on the low ground has found Cal on the re-engage. False also loses mech. Opts to not use the Diva bomb. They're just going for a quick team fight loss because of potentially what you said, Moxie. Just go point C and maybe find some hold here.
Yeah, but that's where it becomes dangerous. They're dying split, they're dying staggered. And again, the momentum is going to turn against Canada because Canada don't get that reset moment.
Little spicy
USA
action over here.
Any mercy. If Canada get an inch, they're going
Sugar
to take
Free,
a mile
I've just been told, chat, Sugar Free was fined $10,000 and he's banned from the Overwatch League for a month.
Shooting bodies
Teabag.
coming out,
Yeah,
that's how you know. We got a series on our hand with a little bit of bad blood in the water. Noxious over the right side does duel with Aspire. Meanwhile, on the inside, USA waits and lingers for their dive. Falls coming in with that rally from Cal. They want to go aggressive. Coach Gun aggressive from Seeker to go towards that mini, but the shield blocks off Crimzo's nade, and he's anti-grenaded from Ultraviolet, so they commit the nano boost now on to Kaluj to continue this fight, even though they're still even. Sugar Free went down earlier, so Kaluj now has to find a kill with the Primal and the Nano, but he's not able to. He's now Primal Raging.
Good juggle. What a juggle by Kaluj.
However, that's just one kill with the Primal Nano trade. False commits the Diva Bomb because he knows they could potentially come back into this, and Cal eventually finds Kaluj as well.
Oh, I thought he died to the mech. Oh my god, I was about to say, wait, what?
Value also finds Noxious as well, so no more Tracer, but Canada's got the forward spawns. USA has committed some big ultimates.
Sugar Free is Crimzo's teammate from Vancouver Titans. Wait, they're on Vancouver Titans?
Sugar Free with the copy.
Vancouver Titans is, you know, Luminosity's team. Wait a minute. He's my co-worker.
Push past False and move on.
That means they're my teammates.
Who's he gonna go for? There it is. It's supposed to be Anna. Anti-nade connects onto all of the members in Canada. They're so close they can't dodge it. And USA with just the damage coming from College's cannon is gonna be
Luminosity is the main org
from Team Canada.
Vancouver is like under, like a part of Luminosity. So does that mean I'm their boss?
It isn't possible. Even swap into the Moira is not a play that you're going to be able to do. 3 minutes in 5 seconds for Team USA. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. They got rolled and smoked my doggies.
I have never seen
Cozy Espresso. Appreciate Master Prime sub.
Duplicate onto an enemy support. I've seen Echo's duplicate Mercies to pull off reses. I've seen enemies Echoes copy Lucios to be able to signbar when they're down in numbers.
Sugar Free is rolling right now, man. Sugar Free is literally rolling.
Devastating.
I hate playing against him in ranked. He is so fucking good.
The entirety of Canada's
Death Blossom. Appreciate the massive. Get this up, my friend.
All hinges on we have faster respawns. If we die, we're going to be able to stagger ourselves. We'll have the Bob. We'll have the Nano Boost. We'll be able to stall for a full regroup. They go down in one fell swing because of that nade.
I mean, is it fair to say that Canada's looking a bit shell-shocked at points, right? Lenny with that dunk, like you said on the copy, to really just, oh my god, just destroy Canada at the very end.
Yeah, it's the momentum shift. I told you about this on Control. Canada just every single time they started being played from behind, they were never able to find that moment where they were able to regroup and mentally reset. And USA, they identified that one weakness and they pushed.
Pushed hard, man. Is there even? That's all we can say. That's all we can say.
Okay,
like,
so
they got rolled. They got rolled.
Historically defensively favored.
Yes, yeah.
Which feels really weird to say, given that USA literally just full push with 3 minutes and 5 seconds on the bank.
See,
but
wait.
Canada, they've got the dive. False on the Diva is absolutely no stranger to being able to clutch.
Damn, yo, where's my Canadian fans at, bro? You're gonna let this guy say feels bad taking all these Canadians channel points? Ain't no way, bro.
They were able to break A.
You know what Team Canada's problem is? They don't have World Cup MVP XQC on their roster. Cal, though, is able to find RuPaul and Ultraviolet aggressive Rico play to get those 2 opening shots, and False is there to find Aspire. And
hey, yo, Canada's doing really well right now. They took first point almost in 40 seconds, 45 seconds.
Those kunais do so much damage.
I think Sugar Free's definitely going to touch that. They're going to have another recontest. Yeah, they're going in.
You have the ability to be able to survive yourself with the Suzu and the Swift Step. And Canada are just prioritizing support staying alive, not getting early picks, so that USA can't find the numbers momentum that they have.
Oh, he didn't have recall. He went to like 17 HP.
Aggressive play onto Cal and Noxious in the back line, but an injury on Cluj forces him to jump out, though. They are still stopped from capping out this point. Canada is Noxious trying to take the duel with Sugar Free, but Sugar Free is well aware he might have that mechanical edge, and RuPaul also gets rid of Sugar Free, or gets rid of Seeker, and Sugar Free takes out Noxious. Cal, though, does trade back Aspire, but it might be too little too late. They don't have any assistance here in Team USA. Well, they do nano boost re-engage, Canada does.
Come on, man.
No sleep dart. Hit for Crimzo. Rush also, Canada really wants to win here and now, even though they're down in terms of numbers. False has the D-bomb. He lost the next there, and they're not able to find these kills.
Team USA with the fucking defense, bro. Jesus Christ. I thought they were about to lose first point. They're still in it.
Sugar Free, that's what you needed to finally capture on this point, though. RuPaul does trade it back. Cluj is still alive and healthy, though. False eventually will chase down RuPaul. Eventually, Cluj comes back.
You know what, chat? I'm just gonna say it.
Taken out by a sleep dart.
I'm just gonna say it. I don't care if I get banned. Yo, bro, Twitch should have, you know, gave up 150 million for XQC so he could come back and play for the Overwatch World Cup. I'm just gonna say it.
And lose players on those rotations before the fights begin.
Could have dished out 150 mil, bro. Brought him back for Overwatch.
It guarantees them that point. It allows themselves to have more time to push into streets, to take away some of this high ground poke face coming through from the USA, since Seeker is going to be set up with that Bob as well to be able to peel from the aggression that comes through. And finally, they can start pushing into streets and see a little bit more of Nandani.
Seeker earns that Bob ready to go in the main side. Now boost also from Crimzo coming up. USA just have Bob and a pulse bomb coming up on their side. The Seeker looking for.
You're saying, bro, you need sleep. You're sounding crazy when Skippy is saying this shit in my chat.
Back up to the rest of his team. A lot of cart space given now to Seeker, who is pushing that payload with the rest of his team. They've got that nano engage. The Canada wants it, but they're just taking this free cart space, ready to disengage USA's dive, which is surely coming in just a moment. There it is. Cluj goes deep, already towards that side of the statue. No kills just yet. He's also anti-grenaded and is chased down, but he backs up. Now, the Bob committed from his fire. Seeker as well. Pulse bomb from Sugar Free!
What
a huge! It's a 2K! Pulse bomb from
Sugar Free!
Also connects on to
Sugar Free is probably going to be this match's MVP by far.
USA's dominance in the kill department. Cal is trying to equalize it, but he cannot stop Lenny time like he called it earlier. That's a 3K for Sugar Free.
That pulse bomb did more than pick up the 2K cancelled nano boost as well. It's the classic. You go for the Ana. If you go for another squishy, the Kiriko can swift step from Suzu. Crimzo can just nano them. Go for the Ana. You can't nano yourself. It's not solo deathmatch. And in doing so, Canada groups up. They try and get in distance to be able to Suzu, and Crimzo goes down alongside. And USA, again, with that momentum, do have to pull back a little bit. Good anti-nade, hits onto Khalid, incredibly low. Do have to regroup back to his team, but all that does is just supercharge Ultraviolet and RuPaul's ultimate.
They're allowed to make switches, but in between rounds. You can't switch in the middle of a game.
Any distance without having to go past the corner.
Why doesn't Jay3 play into so wait he doesn't hit his pulse bombs? Bro, they're not even hitting their pulse bombs. They're missing like 9 times out of 10.
2.69 meters left to go. Keep a bomb from False committed to try to zone and make sure they capture out that payload with the Kitsune rush, but unfortunately not enough follow-up damage there.
This is the first time I've seen good Chaser gameplay on this channel.
USA
Fuck you, idiot! Watch, I bet you he's gonna miss his pulse bomb. Watch.
However, so if Seeker builds the Bob, they might be able to send it on to Cart and at least buy themselves that second
you guys can fucking suck my ass.
They are going to have to fully re-approach that objective, and USA now get the time to be able to set up its dive once again onto Canada's left behind back line as Noxious isn't getting to aggress. He's having to just mark Sugar Free's location and call it out to the team.
Just constantly dealing with that Tracer. Seeker now is dove upon by that nano boosted Winston, and he's all alone now. Here does have some support from
he's gonna get that kill. Oh, he got the mega.
with that nano
Nice,
boost.
nice to disengage and not take the ego duel.
And Ultraviolet False.
If he misses, I'll give 75. Damn, you got it like that?
Available at the moment for Canada, and not enough manpower actually as they regroup yet again towards this
Trigger
front.
free. Still got that pulse bomb. Seeker's gonna have a bob, but Aspire's gonna have one pretty soon as well to be able to peel for as Pulse has been found out. Good sleep onto Kalush, however, but they're not able to translate it into a kill.
75. 45 and 75.
Okay, did go for the mini though, so stole that from Sugar Free. However, he does have to take it back. Oh,
the other Tracer stuck on. Oh, but he had recall. Doesn't even matter.
Still available to go, and Ultraviolet was there to peel off Noxious. I mean, this backline of Ultraviolet and RuPaul has truly been amazing. The sleep darts consistently from Ultraviolet are there, and they want to continue the pressure. They're running it onto Canada at the moment, who are desperately trying to live. False trying to back off from RuPaul, who is pretty much all the way in Canada's spawn. Crimzo tries to go for the sleep dart and Sugar Free, but cannot connect. Now there's 20 seconds.
Come on, you got to use your
left
pulse bomb before the end of the game, please.
Yeah, just making sure that Canada doesn't get the ability to be able to use this bomb to back capture Sugar Free. Pulse bomb is looking for an in into that backline. Canada has one good shot left at this next fight.
Yeah, they go.
Don't go for a tank. Don't go for a tank, please, please, please.
Like you said, pauses Sugar Free to engage, makes him back up. Bit of an awkward angle for him. Gluge now decides to back up. Also, the nano boost was committed from False. The tempo is there for Canada. They're continuing this push forward,
he almost got that one clip.
Dies to Bob. The equivalent of Torque removes him in ultimate form. And the Bob gets more than the 3K, and the overtime ticks down. USA stops Canada and get the 2-0 victory.
Thank you for thank you, SNR.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Jay.
No, thank you, and thank you.
Hello?
Oh, hello, Hydron.
What's up?
How you doing, man? How you feeling after that game?
I'm feeling patriotic, man.
Were you guys nervous against Team Canada or nah?
No.
Are you guys nervous about any team?
Just Korea. We'll get to that problem when we get to BlizzCon or wherever it is.
So you guys are for sure gonna get to BlizzCon, huh?
I mean, we got Mexico and Puerto Rico, so we'll see.
Okay, you haven't scrimmed any of those teams, have you?
No, we haven't scrimmed at all. We did like one scrim yesterday.
So yeah, because you guys are a team.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, that is funny as shit. Coach Kobe, you have any questions?
Yeah, that was gonna be my question. That we heard a rumor that you'd only really scrimmed, the one time. But I guess the majority of your roster does play together frequently too. But I guess and you didn't scrim. Are you guys doing any prep even for teams like Canada, or is your prep really focused on Korea?
No, it's kind of just Korea. Like all the out players on our team, we're kind of coming off a break.
Sure.
So we haven't been doing anything for like the last week or two, and then yeah, so we only had time to pretty much scrim yesterday, and then come later in the year we'll probably end up scrimming more for Korea. But for now, every other team, like it was just Canada that was like a threat of any sort.
So you guys would have put Canada as like as the thing that you behind Korea that would have been, at least in your bracket, that concerns you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're the only ones in our bracket.
It's so incredible to me that you guys that you only do have the one stream, because aside from just obviously
feeling patriotic.
a team of absolute
Fuck it, I
powerhouses,
love that. That was like
your
the
dives
best
were
thing you
so
could say
tight.
after
There's
the win.
no such thing as desync. You guys are just in there. You control space. You control angles. Your team is just everywhere at once, all together. It's just some of the most well executed dives I think I've ever witnessed. And for a team that's only scrimmed once, that is crazy.
It's the red, white, and blue in our veins, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Hell
nah,
yeah.
bro. No way, dude. So are you guys ever gonna use? I'm pretty sure probably he doesn't want to play, but are you guys ever gonna be putting in super? Because chat's asking.
Sure, super will play for the rest of the matches. I think Kalicia's done. He's done. He's been shut out.
Really?
I think you'll probably see super tomorrow.
Okay. Wow.
That's exciting. Okay.
I mean, if it were up to Kalish, he wouldn't want to play. He'd rather just put super in.
Okay.
Yeah, just so impressive. I can't, it's as someone who works with, even tier 2 teams all the time, trying to get them to synchronize dives anywhere near that well after months of scrimming, right? And months of call outs and all kinds of things. Obviously you guys are, on a different level altogether, but just how immaculate,
Chat,
how
you guys
the
have any questions
execution in
for
the game,
Hydron?
specifically on Nimbani alone.
I literally just fucking tore it up.
I think the DPS line, and for you guys team in particular, really, really stepping up. It was a masterclass. Fun to watch.
Yeah, it was pretty good on the body, probably because I didn't play. So that's probably why I got better.
Yeah, the sugar-free show. The sugar-free show. That was
Yo,
fantastic.
sugar-free was popping off.
I mean, Leonard is a specimen. I'll agree.
Lenny going nuts.
Oh, wait a minute. Someone said, ask him about dying to the Diva Bomb on,
I don't know what you're talking about.
What happened there, bro? No recall?
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
You don't remember the where you were in a 1v1 with a baby diva and the baby diva?
Never happened. No, I don't think it happened.
I mean, I could go find it in the bot if you.
Can you? Wow. I don't know. I don't think it happened.
I don't like that's all the time he has for today. But thanks for.
Oh wait. Biggest concern facing Korea.
Probably their players. I would say, like Team Korea.
Just individual playmaking.
I mean, apparently they have like all championship team, right?
No, I would say like all their players, like individually. Like, I think all of them has won a championship besides. No, all of them have.
Yeah, I think all 5 they're starting lineup.
Wait, all 5 of them have won a championship in Overwatch League? What the fuck?
And then 3 of them. Is it 3? Yeah, 3 of them just won the last tournament, so it's fine. I mean, we have their head coach in Gators, so we're fine. We know what
Nah, ain't no way. That's actually gonna be really cool.
Yeah, it'll be a great match, and it'll be on LAN, right?
Listen, we'll play them on LAN, and I'm gonna bring up my USA flag and bring a paint of red, white, and blue and just smack it across their face, and fucking
hell yeah, loud and proud, baby.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
And just lay the freedom on them. You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of that, though, I mean, I know I know you said, that Canada wasn't necessarily a big concern for the team, but still, you got to have that, the post game here, the come down. I know that that's still intense focus there, so I'm sure you're feeling tired too. I assume we'll let you go celebrate with the team here.